So the last segment of this topic is so the whole idea is just like you have your performance measured at the end of every year by your managers, there should be some performance metrics for the very actions or tasks of business analysis, and that is to be set up by you. So usually there are three. Okay, let's go step by step. So of course, at this stage, you'll have your business analysis approach and any objectives that have been set for you. Your organization might have set up some performance objectives that are external to the project, and they might have an impact. You identify your metrics and you make that as part of the assessment. So, what do you do in terms of this activity? So, there are multiple ways you can measure the performance of your business analysis. You can keep it informal. You can have chats. You can have meetings regularly with all your stakeholders. You take a verbal feedback. How is my business analysis going? Am I able to communicate clearly? Is there any gap in the way we are handling your requirements? You can have these verbal discussions where it's informal, but you keep getting feedback about your business analysis performance. Or you can make it a little bit more formal at the end of the year. In fact, I used to do this. I won't lie, I don't do it anymore. Especially in the early years, first couple of years of me becoming a business analyst, I used to do this. At least I remember doing it at least for the first 2 3 4 years. 3 3 4 years I have done it consistently. So every 6 months I would basically send out a survey. So it would be a questionnaire, communication of the business analyst, knowledge areas, knowledge levels of the business and analysis, knowledge captured through business analysis, knowledge represented and presented, communication of that particular knowledge to all stakeholders. All these would become categories, and I would have asked these stakeholders to do a rating on a scale of 1 to 5. And what I would basically do is send this to all my business stakeholders, all my implementation stakeholders, and testing teams, the QA teams. And any feedback would be open. Of course, there would be one descriptive section where they could add anything that they feel needs improvements. And I would gather this feedback with open hearts. No, and I would make it anonymous so that people do not hesitate to share anything that they wanted to share. So, and I would get the information and I would work on that information for the next year so that I don't have to, or for the next 6 months, so that I don't repeat the same mistakes if there were mistakes committed. And I would publish this information in a Confluence page so that people get to know what the all the team members are actually thinking. Do you have to do it? I'll leave it up to you. If your management allows you that much freedom that you can do these kind of, this is not exact business analysis away, keeping your business analysis process smooth and clean. You can utilize any existing measures. So sometimes what happens, companies have certain structures already in place. If there is something already in place, something where they are getting the feedback at the end of the year, why would you want to start another thing again? I mean, why, you don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? So in such cases, you will basically just use whatever mechanism is already in place. And if there's nothing in place, try to come up with new measures. So these are the categories. Remember, I talked about, even I used to have something on these same lines: accuracy and completeness of all business analysis information, knowledge levels of the business analyst, knowledge levels of the team, effectiveness, organizational support. I use, but you can use it like if there is a problem or if there's a bug, Do the support teams immediately respond? All of these things are also important when you're conversing with your business stakeholders. Significance, strategic timelines, all of these things can also become parameters for measuring your performance. Not your performance, my bad, performance of the business analysis process. And you analyze these results and you use that as feedback on trying to improve anything that is not correct. Now, there are three ways you can actually fix problems. Let's say you did all your assessment, and from your assessment, you came to know that there are some shortcomings or problems in the business analysis process. Corrective actions. You already identified there are three things going wrong. The first most important priority right now would be to fix those incorrect practices. So you take corrective actions to fix ongoing problems, or then you will take certain preventive actions to ensure that problems like that don't happen in the. And finally, if someone does suggest some improvement, or you know yourself notice that everything is fine, there are no problems today, and you don't see any problems in the future, but you realize that maybe changing something in slightly different way will make things even more better, make the increase the efficiency, increase the performance. Anything can. I mean, whatever is there today is doesn't have problems, but it can be further enhanced. That's where you take improvements. So preventive actions is to prevent problems in the future. Corrective actions, you already are in a mess, you're already in the middle of a problem. You take corrective actions to clean that mess right now, correct the problem right now. And improvements, there are no problems, but things can be even better. That's where you take improvements. You will always be guided by your organizational performance standards. You cannot go beyond that. So whatever standards you set up, make sure they follow